Hello and welcome to the new Associate Orientation Training. My name is Tammy Sellers-Shingra. I'm a Crown Diamond Associate out of Canada with Max International. And we're going to go through the overview of the industry, the network marketing industry versus a job. The poor economy, whether it's poor economy or good economy, network marketing is absolutely thriving. If you look at the stats from 2001 to 2013, the network marketing industry has went from $90 billion in annual revenues to $180 billion in annual revenues. So many people today are out there looking for a way to increase income over and above what they're creating with their jobs. And of course, profits are better than wages. We go to work every day to create wages, just to make a living, but the profits is what's going to create the lifestyle that you're looking for. So it's great to add on this part-time income that you're creating with Max International. And of course, employees, they pay the highest taxes. But if you add on a business, then you get many tax benefits. So let's talk about the 4 pillars of building belief in the industry. And this is something that you're going to do over time. Don't expect to learn everything overnight. It doesn't happen. But building belief with the company is something that you'll do by attending major events. When corporate executives come into the city that you live in, you want to make sure you attend these major events. Their product. The simplest thing about learning about the product is to consume the product. Get your own experience with the products. And we have calls that are specific for the product that I'll go through on the to-do list. And then number 3 is the comp plan. What you want to do is understand what is the driving force of this whole comp plan. What is the simple basics that needs to be done daily to understand the comp plan. So I will be going through that as well towards the end of this recording. And number 4 is building your belief, building your story in your Max business. And again, remember, it's something that you'll learn over time. The basics is, I'm going to talk to you about mastering 3 simple steps. And we teach people how to think big. We're all programmed over the years to think small. So now we're asking you to think bigger than a dollar sign. Think bigger than anything that you can imagine. And then we are going to move in steps towards that. So to master the 3 steps, the 3 simple steps, is number 1, why are you doing this? You got to know why you've added on this extra business into your life, because it's going to take some time to do this. So you need to know why you're doing this. That's something you're going to take the time, not now, but take the time as you start building your business and really get that down pat, because you'll be sharing that a lot with people. Number 2 is the goal. What do you want out of this? In other words, if you're going to put the time and efforts into your Max business, what is it that you want out of this business? What are your goals? What are the things you want to achieve? What do you want to be, do, and have? And keep it simple. Always start with simple things. Maybe set 3 goals and make 2 of those short-term goals and make 1 a long-term goal. In other words, you can set a goal. Maybe you want to reach your prime bonus level 1. That's your very first goal. And then over time, you want to reach a goal of maybe silver or gold. Or you might even be a big thinker and think diamond. And then we work a strategy to get there. Number 3 is action. Nothing happens without action. So what are you going to do about it? Once you know why you're doing this, once you've set the goals on what you want to achieve, now it's the action steps on applying yourself. So scheduling is very important, especially if you work a job. Because if you work a job, that may take a good 40 hours a week. So you're going to have to make a decision if you want to add on an extra 10 hours a week, an extra 15 hours a week. Maybe you can only do 7 hours a week. But what you need to do in those 7 hours has to be productive building business time, which you will learn through going to trainings and doing the training platform. Okay, so it's your actions. So for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. So let's go through the to-do list. And you can go to the activeteam.com website, which is our team site, and it's designed to help associates build their business, to be able to go to get some references, some documents, watch some audio trainings, some video trainings on helping you get to the next level in your business, to keep you growing. And you can register your name and your email there. And once you do that, Active Team will send you an email welcoming you. It's a welcome letter. And in that welcome letter, you're going to have two documents. One is new associate orientation, which is the to-do list, which I'm going to go through right now. And the other one is a reference sheet on different trainings, the times of the trainings, the numbers, the dial-in codes. So you have a good reference on everything you need to know and do in the business. So let's get started. Number one is to set up your auto ship at 100 CV by the 5th of the month. Setting it up at 100 CV allows you to benefit from the whole compensation plan, which I believe that most people want to benefit from all, then do the efforts and get less. Okay? So 100 CV, what does that mean for you? It means that you need to personally order 2 products a month of personal volume. Okay? So by the 5th of the month, you're going to be placing that order. And the reason why you want to order it within the first 5 days is because you want to duplicate this with your team so you can generate the volumes that need to be done during the week, have products in people's hands at the beginning of the month so that they can go out there and actively build their business. That's the strategy in doing this. Number 2 is to make a written contact list. Start with first names and, of course, family, friends, co-workers. You might be part of some different groups that you have people you do things with. Like, for example, maybe you're in a walking group or a cycling group or different types of groups that you're part of. Maybe you're part of some business groups. And you want to start writing people's names down by their first name. And you can see 100 people there. Don't get stuck or caught up on the 100 people. Just start writing names, and other names will trigger. And if you're consistently adding a couple names a day to your list, you're growing. Number 3 is to schedule your first in-home presentation. Just book the date. Make a commitment. And if you can do that within the first 2 weeks, that's fantastic. That means you're serious and you want to get your business off the ground. And your sponsor is going to be supporting you and helping you. Okay, you're not doing this alone. You have leadership and sponsors that are going to support you. Number 4 is to get connected with the activeteam.com site, which I just mentioned to you, because that is a reference site, lots of videos and trainings, lots of team-driven stuff. And of course, the max.com is the company site. So I want you to write down max.com / and your ID number, because that's what you're going to use every single time you go into your site, or anytime you give the max.com site to any prospects that you're connecting to. You want to reference your ID number there. So again, max.com / ID, your ID number. Number 5 is to attend training calls. All call information are on the new associate orientation sheets that I mentioned that you'll receive with the welcome letter from Active Team once you register your name. So it's very important that you register your name to have access to these sheets. Number 6 is to write your why Max. And you may have come into Max through a friend who talked to you about the product, and you bought some product from that person, and you may have had a transformation in your well-being. That may be your first story. You might have big dreams, big goals, and want to have a big financial goal, a story that you want to achieve. And you can let people know, reference where you are now and where you want to be. A legacy story. Maybe the reason for doing this is because you want to build a legacy for your family and make a difference in your social environment, make a difference in the world. You know, whether it's a significant driven purpose. I truly believe when you have a purpose that's bigger than yourself, then you'll do more to achieve it. Again, for things to change, you have to change. So get the first 6 down pat, and then go into number 7, which is writing your goals. We discussed earlier a little bit about the goals. It's so important to write things down, because after you write down your goals, then you're going to create a picture image of that goal. For example, maybe you're driving the car that you have to, and you want to drive the car that you love to drive. Then you go out to a car dealership, you go test drive a car, you take a picture of you sitting in the car, get them to take a picture of you sitting in the car, and that's one of your goals. And you want to stick this up on what we call vision boards, just a white bristle board, and this is what you're going to aim for. And I even highly recommend to put a date beside it. It's so powerful when you put a date beside it. Number 8 is to view the 14 training videos. They're available on your max.com / ID site when you log into your virtual office. There's a training just specifically on that. Okay, so you can go to max.com / ID number, click on login. It'll ask you again for your username. It could be your ID number, unless when you register you created a username, and your password. Once you're in the virtual office and you click on trainings on the left hand bars, you can see trainings. You can go into the 14 training video segment. You can also learn about your virtual office. There's a training on that as well. And you can also have access to those 14 training videos with the Max app. So if you can download the Max app, you're on the go. Everything you do is on the go, and it's free. Okay? It's also a prospecting tool as well. That's free with Max. And then you see the Maxwell app. This is the new app. It's fantastic. I love it. There is a fee to it, but it's so little, and it's like having a virtual assistant. Instead of you contacting somebody, having to go send them the information, send them videos, you get to plug them into system with the Maxwell app, and the system is going to send them the information, and then it's going to send you messages to follow up with them. It's absolutely fabulous. You can actually go to maxwell.max.com to learn more about this Maxwell system. And number 9, you want to acquire business tools to build your business. It's like any business, you need tools to get started. One of our things that we have right now, one of our tools is we've got a Max Meeting Blitz. That is the third Thursday of every month. There is a call in the evening, and you can get all of your prospects on that call. That's available on the reference sheet. You also have Max webinar opportunities every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My husband, Chris, or one of the leaders is doing one of the Max webinar opportunities. And this is designed for you to invite your guests to come in and to learn about Max. And of course, you need products in hand. You cannot build this business without products. Every single person you meet will want to try products. So you need to have them in hand. We've got, in North America, we've got the Max Active Packs. There's sign-up packs, and there's also restock packs. And I highly recommend to restock your inventory as you start getting low, because if you're actively building your business, you're actively earning income, you're actively reaching different pin levels, and you need product to do that. You need a cell phone. You need to be connected, really. In today's world, it's all about social media. It's all about being connected. Texting is the way to go. WhatsApp is the way to go in connecting with people. So you need a cell phone. You need a computer to be able to register people and sign people up. If you don't have a computer, there's always a library. Today, technology is not that difficult to have access to and to be able to afford to purchase. And if you don't have the money, you could always set that as one of your first goals to make that happen. You need a professional voice message. Very important. Set up a professional voice message. 3-way calling as well. You want to make sure that you have 3-way calling set up on your cell phone or on your landline. A lot of plans today have that available, but you need to ask to make sure. Caller ID in North American long distance plans are really, really accessible today. It's not expensive to connect with people. The Max app, I encourage you to download the Max app for prospecting and the training that I was sharing with you earlier. Also, WhatsApp. This is the biggest tool that Chris and I use in our business globally. Download that and stay connected with the teams. In Canada and US, we have a group called the Canada-US group. We have different groups internationally as well. And I have a training platform that I have a separate group. So we use this tool a lot. And you can call through WhatsApp, and it's free to connect with somebody who's set up on WhatsApp. And then you want to set up your MyMaxPay by going to mymaxpay.com. You can activate your commissions. So as soon as you get your very first customer or your very first associate, you want to make sure you set that up, because you have income, a pay sitting in your virtual account, in your MyMaxPay account, and you're able to purchase not purchase because it's for free, but to get a Visa debit card. And I highly recommend to apply for that. It is free because you'll be able to move your income from your virtual account to your Visa debit card and use that for your auto ships. Or, of course, if you make more, then you can add that and use that when you're traveling as well. And number 10 is to connect with your leader. Connect with your support team. Very, very important. You cannot build this business alone. You need support. And your leaders and your support team are there for you to help you grow. Number 11, understand the core business strategy. And that is the prime bonus. Everything that we do is built around the simplicity of the prime bonus. And I'm going to go through that with you. But make sure you go through the 11 steps and follow through and get all the things done that you need to get done to get yourself set up in your business so you can have a good, fresh start on how to do this. You can also see there the picture with the Max blog. You can make sure that you're set up on that to receive the Max blogs, to know what's going on in the company, everything that's going on around the globe. So let's go through the prime bonus, the basic foundation of this compensation plan. Because if you can get the prime bonus level 1 done yourself and you duplicate that within your team, then everything else in the compensation plan falls into place, including reaching the next PIN levels, all the bonuses that are available. Everything will follow based on this simple behavior. So for example, there's you, and you see the 100 PV, personal volume. That is your order that you're going to purchase. Okay, every single month, an auto ship order must be purchased for you to benefit from this prime bonus section of the pay plan. And you can see you and at least 3 personally enrolled associates need to maintain active auto ship orders of at least 100 personal volume. And if you do that and you meet the requirement qualification of having at least 500 commissionable volume from your team, then you are entitled to receiving prime bonus level 1. It's that simple. You can do this through each of your 3, let's say each of your 3 order their 100 points for their personal volume, and they build up some customers. If that adds up to 500, then you will benefit from the level 1, because you need an extra 200 if each one of them has 100. Or you could add more associates, so you can build up more associates. When Chris and I train in the compensation plan, the 90-day plan, we train to get 5 people. And the reason why is if one happens to fall off, can't afford to consume the product that month, and you have 4 that are buying a minimum of 100 and each one of them have a couple customers, then you're going to benefit as well. So keep an eye on the volume that's generated to be able to reach your prime bonus level 1. And everybody is active on 100 personal volume to consume their own products. And of course, you have to be on your own personal volume of 100 points. Okay? That's how simple it is. And when you do that, you'll reach level 1 of the prime bonus, and you'll receive up to $75 US for doing that. And that pays for one of your products. So we really encourage people to never go less than prime bonus level 1. Because when you hit prime bonus level 2 and you can duplicate that, that is when you will be able to go into profits. Okay? So it's all about simple disciplines repeated over time. I highly recommend that you get back to your sponsor, to your leader, and let them know that you've gone through the video of the new associate orientation, that you've registered for the activeteam.com site, and at the same time you've gone through the training, you've set yourself up on everything you need to set yourself up on for this session. So congratulations for doing this. You are on the right track, and stay tuned for the future trainings that will be coming through the activeteam.com site. Have a fabulous day.